that's operating.
Operating. Okay.
4640 is the reserve.
Is that as of yesterday or today?
That would be as of
Oh, okay.
it does not do that. Sorry. That's the balance. Those units.
Oh, okay.
You
Because it's
prepaid the bond?
yesterday.
That is not included.
Okay.
She prepaid it at the end of the year. I did this a couple days ago.
Oh, okay.
So it does not include that.
Okay.
So I guess you could say that would be as of July 25th maybe.
July 21st. Okay. Okay.
Sure, just a question. Does the treasury report really need to be approved? I've been in the meetings where they approve sometimes and they don't.
Yeah. I think the bylaws. I don't think. I think the bylaws are silent on that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whole business. The written ruling from the Department of Human Services, I think everybody needs to be informed. We finally did get a ruling, and it ruled in favor of the association, so no additional accommodation was necessary. The complainant has up until I think October 1st to appeal that.
And yes, you need to tell them what the ruling actually was.
Would you like me to read it?
It's insufficient evidence. It doesn't say you were wrong or right. It just says insufficient evidence. And yes, I do have till October 1st to appeal, in which my lawyer's working on it right now.
Did I send that to everybody? The ruling?
You emailed it to us.
That's what I thought. Does anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Nope.
The dismissal and
Right.
you read that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so moving on, new business. Terms are for 1 year. We started a year ago. So we need to re-elect officers for 1 more year. And the current officers, myself as president and treasurer, Carrie as vice president, and Allison as secretary. So at this point, I'll entertain a motion for the slate of officers, I guess.
I motion president and treasurer remain you,
Okay.
secretary remains me, and vice president becomes Todd because Carrie hasn't made it to the last 2 meetings.
She's begun to introduce too, so she can. Okay.
Second.
There will be a second.
Seconded.
Yep. I'll second that. Slate officers, any other slate officers? Hearing none, we'll put up for the only slate that we just heard. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Against? Okay. Review draft of new rules and regulations. Chuck, did I send those to you?
Yes.
Okay, the draft.
Yep. They look fine.
Is there any comments, suggestions, changes?
quite a few of them that are against the act, and there's a few of them that do not pertain to this property at all. So that's all I'm going to say about it.
I didn't hear the first part.
Something's against the act.
Yeah. You are prohibiting flagpoles, and by the act, you cannot prohibit flagpoles.
I think that's you can't prohibit flying the American flag. I think it's what
It says prohibiting of flagpoles is prohibited.
You mean the condominium?
No.
You can just.
Yeah, the Illinois State Condominium Act, yes.
But you can't put a pool up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I haven't looked at this in a while, but I remember when this came through the system, and I think it's the,
What can
you can display the American flag. You can't.
What else can you display on?
It's displayed on the outside of the building, attached to flag.
I'd have to.
To the building is what it says.
I'd have to check on that, but I know they're allowed to display the American flag.
Anyway,
You have it displayed on the.
I'm just making note that that's what the act says. The only thing you can do is regulate the size of the flagpole.
Which we did.
Ken, I would have to look that up. It would be my suggestion to go ahead and adopt the rules, and if we have to amend them, we can amend them.
I believe in here that it is allowed by
It is allowed.
a pole off of the building, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we're not stopping the flag from being displayed, but it's not no flag pole. It has to be a pole that's attached to the building.
Right.
And so that's not eliminating us from displaying the American
So
flag.
you can hang other flags on that pole? Sean?
It does not say anything to that.
It does say that. I'm going to find
It
the
does not
pole.
say anything to whether I can hang anything else from that pole or not.
Yeah, right now I don't see anything wrong with the way it's worded, but I can check that for you if you want. I mean, it does exempt out the American flag, so.
But we are allowing the American
Right,
flag by putting it on the building.
It
I got to
says
find
except
that.
the American flag may be displayed in an appropriate manner using an angle mount.
Angle mount, yeah.
Flag poles are not permitted. So that would be the portion we need to
Right.
Right.
check to see.
And I think my recollection of the statute, and it's been a long time since I looked at it, is it specifically addresses the display of the American flag. So.
And we're allowing that.
And the size of the pole. That's the only thing you can dictate is the size of the pole that it is
Okay.
displayed on.
Right now, I think you're okay.
We'll address that.
I'll get that. I'll let you know.
What other things are against the condominium act?
Well, for one thing, it says no business of any type to be done on association grounds. The bylaws say that. The act says that.
The bylaws do permit.
No, it does not. It specifically says, and I will tell you, the act says the same thing, which means no industry, business, trade, occupation, or profession of any kind, commercial, religious, educational, or otherwise designed for profit, altruism, or otherwise shall be conducted, maintained, or permitted on any part of the property. This is section 10, use, specific use and occupancy of units and common elements of our bylaws.
No, that's common elements. So this rules and regulations states, and this is number 4, the association permits the use of interior space.
Of units and common elements.
Oh, that says that?
Units and common elements. And the Illinois Condo Act says pretty much the same thing.
Is someone running a business out here?
This is what one of the bylaws is trying to do, one of the rules.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at that. I mean, in the internet age, it's hard to prevent somebody from conducting a business within the privacy of their home.
It does specifically say the location is.
Right. And I think he's arguing that that's
sign or
against
traffic.
it's against the law and
To run a home business.
right.
Is what he's saying.
I'll check on that one too.
Do we want to eliminate number 4 at this point?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
No. All right, so you've got 4 and number 10.
Getting back to the flagpole. Now, on those rules, does it say you can hang other than the American flag on it?
It doesn't address that.
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
There's others, but those will be dealt with at a later date.
We're dealing with them now, we're trying to
Yeah, we're
approve
trying
this,
to
would you please go
approve
through them?
They will be dealt with at a later date.
How are you dealing with it? I don't know, we don't know what you're saying, what you're objecting to, we need you to
I'm
object to
sure
what
he's
it is.
insinuating
No
that
comment.
you're talking to an attorney and, you know.
No comment.
Anything else then?
What about the fence issue?
That's on the agenda.
We gotta do, we're on those right
Close
now.
my doors.
Where is this drainage ditch that there's no swimming in?
It's in here because
Yeah.
we were just going through some of the laws and it was
Yeah.
one of the original laws that there might have been one at one time, but who knows? He just wants to make sure nobody gets hurt. I mean, you can certainly take it out if it's an issue. I don't see any drainage ditches, but
Well, he said the street was flooded.
it was flooded outside, yes.
This is a very low area,
Yeah,
the village itself.
right.
I just asked.
I think it's for some reason
Be
something.
back in that corner where
Yeah.
the tree is. So.
But I think that's it. I think that's what they're looking at, is that there's some flooded area that nobody goes swimming in it, please. I think it's just to protect us.
It's what happens is with a lot of these, they're just boilerplate languages.
Yeah, and that's what I did with this.
Yeah,
Basically.
So, I mean, you'll probably find a lot of condominium associations have very similar.
That maybe don't necessarily apply to that particular.
That's correct.
Any other comments, questions before would you like to vote on this today? Okay. Any motion for approval of the rules and regs?
Aye.
Todd approves for that as written.
I'll second.
Anyone else in second? Any other comments?
And I'll get back to you with those, and if you got to make an amendment on that, we can.
Do that at a later meeting.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, all in favor of the rules and regs as written here being adopted, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Against? Okay, so those are now in place.
And those take place when?
Immediately.
I didn't say right now. Okay. Legally, that'd be right now.
I would think so. I have to look, but I think so. I think you got to send copy. You know what? I think you got to send a copy out to everybody. Has that been done?
A
Yes.
final meeting.
A final.
This, all I sent was a draft.
Right. Yeah. Send the final copy after the final copy is sent.
So I will mail,
I suggest you check the rulings on it, the act and the bylaws. That's all I'm gonna say.
okay. So I will get that mailed once you check the different things. Okay. We are down to the budget. Did everybody get a copy of that?
Yes.
Did you get a copy?
Yeah.
No? I don't know if you got that or not. The expenses are pretty much based on history. Lawn care, snow removal, legal reporting, postage, insurance, and then the common area maintenance. Really under common area maintenance would be, I was thinking in terms of like sealing the blacktop. Maybe as you see, we got damage down there. I'm sure we're gonna have to pay for some fence repair and union sealing and I do have a bid for $350 to do that one out of there. So
Sounds reasonable.
if we keep it at $70 per unit, that would raise $8,400. Obviously, the expenses shown here is just slightly underneath that. I'm proposing that there are no capital improvements for the following year. That doesn't mean we won't have any, but I'm proposing, I don't know of any that I'm going to budget for. So that 4,800 would be added on to obviously what's there now for future. Legally, does that look okay, that budget?
Yeah, that looks fine. You didn't have any damage from the storm this past week, did you?
Other than that,
Other than the fence? Nothing with the roofs or the gutters or anything?
No.
Oh, that's good.
We've got heavy duty gutters.
Put those on my house too.
They're the big.
Yep.
So, if it were damage like that, obviously the insurance, I would assume the deductible, would that be something to come out of reserve account?
Yeah, that would be, yeah.
So, any comments, suggestions? Budget look okay?
Sounds good to me.
The budget is in, was not put out in timely manner. Article 3, Section 1 of our bylaws states that it is to be delivered 30 days prior to the meeting of the board. And you did not put it out 30
No, it
days
was
prior.
probably what, 2 or 3 weeks?
21 days.
21 days.
So we'll run another meeting instead.
So we had.
So we'll run
suggestions,
another
put it
meeting
off
next
till
week.
meeting.
We can run
Well,
another meeting next
by
week
rights,
with the
that's
board.
what you're supposed to do. It should have been done right to begin with, is what I'm saying.
Well, we can do another meeting next weekend, and then it will be 30 days, and approve the budget then. It just has to be the board members to approve the budget. It does not have to be the entire condo association.
Has the board members, did the board members meet to draw up these rules and that?
It was actually a draft form.
Yeah,
And I presented them to everybody. All
yeah.
of them.
I mean, but the board was together to draw them up?
No,
Who drew all those up? You?
I did. Presented them to
So in a full year, the board has never met as far as to deal with the budget or to deal with any litigation issues or any violations of the rules. They've never met for that.
only if there's a complaint.
Okay, I've made several complaints. Has the board met on them complaints
Yes,
as a whole?
as a whole. I mean, the board, yes.
When were those meetings done?
I don't know, whenever you.
Those meetings are supposed to, yeah. Okay, you just said that you guys did meet. All meetings of the board are to be open meetings.
Oh,
Yeah, oh,
I
no.
don't know.
Okay, no, that's,
Chuck, do they have to be open meetings, the board?
You obviously have the right to go into executive session.
that's right, but we have to be known, we have to be told that they're going into executive session. They can't go in secretly and go into session without us knowing.
Let's go back to the budget issue. Do we want to just postpone that for another week?
I guess
Since
so.
the 30 days was not.
We postpone it.
Okay, so 30 days will be when? Will be the date.
Well, I have to do it on mailing to everybody. Chuck, is this something that needs to be enacted right now?
No.
We could wait till the next quarterly meeting.
Yeah, the next meeting, doesn't have to be.
There'll be another special meeting.
I was just showing that you failed to do your fiduciary responsibilities and you did not go by the bylaws. So far, nothing's been done by the bylaws. You've done it in your own way. And suppose this, I'm going to say right now, this is not an association, this is a kingdom. By all rights, the way everything by paperwork, all the people online, this is a classic case of a kingdom, not an association, but a kingdom. So, anyway, saying that, I'm just saying, I wish this was an association, but it's not. There's too many chiefs, not enough Indians right now. So,
Oh, by the way, I also found that the rules don't go into effect until 60 days after adoption.
correct. Correct.
We'll have time to
Thank
do
you.
that as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll do the budget and the rules at the next quarterly meeting. Okay. Now we're to the fencing issues and the common area. I dropped a letter to Teresa in regards to the fence that you have in the back.
I have no fence in the back.
We just looked at it.
That's not a fence.
Pardon?
That's not a fence.
Okay, we'll take a picture of it and we'll go through the legal recourse.
Okay.
Right. What it is, it's an obstruction in the common area and it can't be there.
But that's not what the,
It's also
that's
attached.
not what
But
the
it's,
ordinance says.
Sean, don't be like that. Come on, we're all adults here, okay? This isn't junior high, don't be like that. It's an obstruction in the common area, you can't have an obstruction in the common area. We'll ask that you guys remove it.
I was told by the board at the very first meeting when I brought this up as common grounds back there, I was told those are not common grounds back there. By her, by the board member, Alice.
Even if it's limited common area, you can't block it without.
There
the
is
board's
no
permission.
limited common area.
Okay. You can't block it without the board's permission.
I put it up exactly the way the board said. I was to pay to finish off the fencing in the back.
But the only thing that the association approved was that composite fencing, the same as.
You show me where it's in writing, you approve that. There was nothing said about in fencing had to be the composite fencing. Nothing.
I guess you need to have another vote.
Well, then that is up prior to all that, so that's grandfathered in.
No, it isn't.
I put it in as,
I would suggest that somebody just take a motion to refer this for legal action, for appropriate.
hey, I've got until the 6th.
I motion
So-
to,
I second it. Okay, we have a motion
To
to
legal
refer this to
action.
legal action for the common area.
Well, I've got until the 6th to rectify it before you can do anything, so.
it's also attached to the condos property, the segregating fences between there.
And that's been approved by the county.
No, it has not.
You want to bet?
That has not been approved. You cannot attach anything to the buildings that is not.
It has already been approved by
Don't worry.
I'm not
Mr.
gonna argue.
Long.
You can't argue with me.
Mr. Long has already approved it.
Who's Mr. Long?
He's talking about this.
I don't know who.
He's the
Mr. Long
county
is.
inspector. He's already approved that
Do
fence.
you
No, he
have
does
a
not.
permit for it?
It was put on your permit.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
Oh crap, that was not.
You want to bet?
We'll take through all.
You call Mr. Long and ask him.
I think Long is actually voted
Okay, so it's not the county, okay.
The county.
Drew's the county.
The county had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with this, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
You gotta have a vote on that? You refer to legal.
Yes, we got a
Motion.
motion to
I'll
refer
approve,
the
yeah.
common area issues to legal for action.
Yes.
Aye.
after the 6th.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed? I have until the 6th. Midnight on the 6th to rectify it.
Okay. Any other issues that we want to bring before the board today? New business.
I would like to put in a brick patio in the back and move the concrete,
Remove
the existing concrete patio and brick my backyard.
We've got,
I've got a building permit for that. I also would like to install video cameras outside.
okay.
and we have the permit for those.
Any proposal?
Now this would be,
Are these like security video cameras?
Security video cameras.
these would be actually changing the common area. Actually, I think it's called limited common area.
A limited common area is a part of the common area that an individual unit has some dominion and control over. And you still have to have
Approval.
approval. I mean, you can decorate it,
Yeah,
but for anything substantial like that.
yeah.
So am I allowed to brick my backyard?
Well, you're making basically a motion to do that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and you're seconding it. Is there any discussion or comment? Me personally, I think it's kind of improving, obviously, the areas.
Oh, and the other thing I wanted to do was put this drain outside my drain field.
Okay.
And I would like to put that up, one outside mine too.
Yeah, it's pretty close to, I just got the PVC version of that. The one thing is when you dig that out, well, when you look, it drops down even farther, so you'll have to have a little piece.
But it's got a thing I can screw to the bottom of this to attach down.
You're just saying there's got to be a PVC extension
Yeah.
all the way down to the...
Yeah.
Yeah, to go past.
That's what I figured.
That needs
But
to
it-
be,
because it's
that
screwed
needs to
on.
be done to all these, because what's happened is all that rock, it's undermining, and all that rock's falling into
Yeah,
the
right,
line.
these are asphalt.
Yeah.
Would,
So,
would you want to get a bid for doing all of them?
I can, but it probably won't be in those. Those run around $200 a piece.
Yeah.
And PVC you put in?
Runs you
But still you got
probably
to...
25, 30 bucks.
But still you got to do the asphalt. around
Right,
them.
right.
And that's not hard.
So,
Unless, if you, are you going to do it yourself?
Do you
I was
want to
gonna
do
do
it,
it
John?
myself.
No.
I was gonna do this myself. Actually, Guy was gonna do it.
No, not with a $200 piece. No.
No, I said you want to do it with your, like you did,
The other
On what?
condos.
on the other condo.
That'd be fine if you want to have somebody put it in, yeah. I thought that's what we were going to do before we had it asphalt or seal.
Well,
But,
yeah,
you know,
we'll have to seal it again sometime.
but you could get somebody in here because it takes
Okay.
a tub.
So really we have a motion for the bricking and the cameras
Cameras.
and to redo those drains. I guess I'll try to get a bid for redoing the other drains only in a cheaper product.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Good.
Yeah, that's good. I want her to have security cameras out there because I've already had one tire sliced over there at the school, and kids have done throwing rocks and sticks at my truck back there. I've already had, like I said, I've had one tire sliced on my truck back there.
When did that happen? Didn't Keith have something done too?
Just, what was it, 3 weeks ago? 3-4 weeks ago?
I think Keith had something happen to his truck too.
When it's parked down there,
Yeah.
on our driveway down there.
The little kids, little black kid and a little Mexican kid from down in the apartments down there. I caught them throwing rocks trying to bust my windows out. And the tire on the passenger side,
Apartments from across the street?
from, yeah, down a ways, yeah, next to Kenneth down there.
Sean, did you report that?
No,
No.
I can't prove nothing, so.
Any other new business today?
I just followed up with, I think if you guys do have vandalism like that around here, you at least need to make a police report with the sheriff. I don't think, you don't have a local constable here, do you? So it'll be with the sheriff. Yeah, county. So they're aware what's going on, and maybe sometimes those little nudges sometimes get a patrol car to come through here a little more often than they normally would.
Yeah, they're over there at the school every night,
Yeah.
every day, at least twice a day over there.
Good. So.
All right, anything else? Then we are stand adjourned.
Next meeting.
Sorry. That would be October
28th.
Can't have it on the 27th or 28th, we're both going to be out of town.